Namaste. Welcome back, top tarot minders. Today I start the journey of a new suit, the suit of water. And I'm going to be sharing with you today some favorite things. Reading from quite a few guidebooks and just generally loving everything that's on the table and in my hands. So let's begin. And thank you for joining me on this journey, by the way. And if you're new, my name is Sadhana, and it's my pleasure to share cards and thoughts, reflections on the tarot with you. The Ace of Cups, and I'm reading from Margaret Peterson. And in her Ace of Cups, we see a lotus emerging in a pond. And I have to tell you, I've actually seen this in India, where as in a sacred or creating sacred space, even merchants will create a lotus pond to reflect on this sacred teaching, no mud, no lotus. And it just, I don't know, and the card to the left, the bright red one from the Voyager, there's just something here about really connecting to the energy of what beauty means spiritually. Clear, fresh water, the opening of the heart, origin of all feelings. You are lively and spirited. Sudden insights born out of contact with your own feelings. Trust your feelings. Pure love. And opening up to meet yourself and other people. Springs are considered sacred places. Their water is pure and full of minerals. The lotus, as flower of light and purity, is the source of all being. It is the symbol of renewal and the opening heart. That was from Margaret Peterson. From the Voyager Tarot, and in this deck the card is called Ecstasy. Ecstasy is transcendent emotional experience, like feeling struck by the white light of the divine in a garden of paradise. The rainbow of colors, sweet fragrance, and exquisite beauty of this flower garland describe bliss, exaltation, and joy. You are up in the clouds, flying high in the cloud of flower cups. The flowing waterfalls represent the expression of your emotional abundance as it spills over and is shared with others. The blossoming flowers suggest the fleeting nature at this peak experience, but enjoy the grace you have been granted. Namaste, Upi. Welcome. I'm not doing readings. I'm just sharing some thoughts on cards. And I will be beginning live readings again for new moons and full moons. It is a members only feature, and I believe it's the 2nd of September. I will be back for live readings. So hope to see you then. Thank you. The Ace of Cups is an offering. It is full of possibilities, full of things which touch the deepest center of our core. The element of water wants to flow. It wants to be shared. It fills all containers. What I mean by that is it needs a container. It requires a container to be consumed. It requires a container to be I guess what I want to say here is that there's nothing wrong with being held. Being held is a beautiful thing, and the emotions want to be held and touched. While I don't have the card from the Chamonix Tarot on the table this morning, I recalled some words from the creator Eden Gallanter that really stuck with me. I have done a deep dive on this deck a few times, and I just want to share this couple of sentences from you. Cups represent that part of ourselves driven by our emotional undercurrent, or whirlpool, or waterfall, or puddle, or tsunami, depending on our relationship to our emotional lives. This aquascape of existence, as defined by human emotions, contains the potential for the ultimate reward of the mortal coil, happiness. In many ways, cups are the rawest element of human motivation, whether we are aware of it or not. This biological reward leads us to do every single thing that we do, the beginning of desire, of action, of accomplishment, love. Some would say that this card represents the Holy Grail. And this is such an important question to look within and explore what one is seeking and what you are becoming, because we are all in the process of becoming. And I feel like the blessing of this card is one of becoming and an opening up. The beauty of this card is truly overwhelming. This is the Druidcraft Tarot, which I'll be using today. I'm going to do a long video today. I'm going to go through and do a general introduction to the tarot, and this is one of the decks I'm going to use. The Suit of Water is beautiful in the Druidcraft. The importance of flow here is essential to the health of this element. And when water is flowing, all is well. It is meant to be shared, and this element is deeply connected to lunar energy, full of possibilities. And I think that when this card arises in a relationship reading and we are looking at the possibility of love, perhaps the greatest message here is to let go. Hello, Perry. Namaste. I put Tarot of the Divine on the table. This is Tarot of the Divine by Yoshi Tani. And then Sasarai Bito is here as well. And these two cards make me think of the ritual that comes with drinking tea, drinking sake. There are rituals around taking sacred beverages in many cultures. The cup is held in a certain way. It's turned a certain way. The beverage is drunk at a certain temperature. There's an honor and reverence in this ritual. And I think this says something for the Ace of Cups, in that we need to treat this card, treat this energy delicately, to really be in a space of gratitude. And in order to receive this, the gift of the Ace of Cups is to open one's heart. And of course, there is a sense of vulnerability that comes with that. I'm looking at the flowing water in the Prisma Visions, the Druidcraft, the Rosetta Tarot here. And when we release and when we let go, we open ourselves up to limitless possibilities. There are a number of decks, some older ones particularly, where the Ace of Cups contains a whole world, a whole city. And when I think about this in terms of everything I've been saying this morning, I want to ask myself, what am I building? It goes back to that question, what is my holy grail? What is my journey of attainment, enlightenment? What is the highest frequency of my human experience here as a spiritual being? And how will I navigate this city? How will I navigate this structure and allow my water to inform? And I think if we allow the element of water to inform and to flow throughout, this will be a really good thing. Perry offers, water is the most common and powerful element in our existence, a messenger of our intentions and attentions. Universal love and harmony with peacefulness and loving kindness is always present and flows through our lives. And so this card is one of intimate, ultimate possibilities. I had a discussion the other day in one of my courses, and we were talking about, if you read tarot with the Golden Dawn correspondences and the Decanic correspondences, this suit of cups has the most double and some triple correspondences, and that means that the planetary energy is super powerful in this suit. In the Suit of Swords, there are no doubles where the planet of the decan matches the planet of the sign. And I think this says something about the power of this energy. So as we enter into the Suit of Cups, let's have an open heart and lean into vulnerability so that possibility can expand. Where you find an Ace of Cups with the lid closed is a whole other conversation. This is the Gassman Tarot. It is Yves Renault's it's Yves Renault's deck. I'm going to read to you here. This is 1840, Geneva, I believe. The restitution is based on several originals from the Swiss Game Museum of La Tour de Pets in Switzerland. I wanted to have a closed cup example here because what is contained inside is sacred. The heart, the soul, and there is a sense of honor here. And I get that sense of honor in the Sasarai Bito and the Tarot of the Divine. We need to honor the soul and honor the water experience of life. We need to be careful, cautious, how the lid is taken off, when the lid is taken off, but also not be afraid to take the lid off. And sacred containers are opened during ceremony and special events. And I feel like when an Ace of Cups is offered with a lid closed, it may very well be inviting us to, it might be saying that it's time. It's time to open that lid and to let the water flow. This card here, even the Rosetta Tarot, and I read about springs in one of the books. There's this sense of the water comes from source. The water is not just in the fountain or in the cup. It comes from source. And that cyclic exchange of all that the element of water represents is essential to our wellness and to our journey. And I don't know how I'm going to choose 5 favorites here. I think Rosetta will be one. Oh my goodness, this is really tough. Oh, I didn't show you this one. This is Trionfi della Luna. Patrick Valenza's Tarot de Marseille. I did mention it when we're asking ourselves, what are we building? What are we growing? Love the butterflies on this crystal card. The layers are really complex. A reverence that is always needed for the well-being and purity of the elements. Careful or mindful of stagnation and not letting the air and water combine with flow. Thank you, Barry. All right, so this card has been a favorite for a very, very long time. This is from the Rosetta Tarot. This is the Papyrus Gold edition. And Druidcraft Tarot. Let's put them over here while I choose 3 others. Margaret Peterson. It's funny, that one just came to the table moments before I came on. And I feel that either the sake or the green tea needs to be on the table. Representing the ceremony. I kind of like the sake card. It also has a, this would happen not at the, it could happen at the brewery where the sake is made, but I imagine that when the new sake was ready, that there would be a Shinto priest present, that it would be offered at the shrine. Yeah. Okay, and one more. I'm going to go with the Crystal Tarot. I think this is a really complex card, and oh my goodness, one day I've got to find time to go and dive into that tarot. Okay, so top 5 Ace of Cups, though this is very hard to do. Crystal Tarot, Tarot of the Divine, Margaret Peterson, Rosetta Tarot, and the Druidcraft Tarot. Welcome to Prabhu. Prabhu, I will be doing readings on September 2nd, and those readings will be starting again regularly for new moon and full moon and other special events. And you can check that out on my channel page. And this is a members feature, and you can join at the lowest level, and I'll be doing that more regularly. Today is just about sharing and reflecting on cards. Thank you for being here. Okay, so thank you all for joining me, and thank you for these lovely additions, Perry. Freely unencumbered and able to find the right path for the best way to nourish the world with a truly fluidity of purpose and balance. That's beautiful. Thank you. Yeah, they are all very unique. So now we go into the Two of Cups next week. And this suit, it's really hard to capture the energy of the power of the ace as we get into the messiness of this suit. So it's going to be really interesting to see what cards end up on the table. Tomorrow we'll be returning to top tarot trumps, and tomorrow is the devil. So thank you all so much. Have a lovely rest of your day. Take good care. Namaste.